This is Life's a Pitch TV. Main sponsor, DPS Tech. Also supported by Lakens, all about hearing. GDS Builders, Seckford Golf Club, Ashford Wright, John Keeble Cars, Venue 60, the Hudson Group, Sound 4 Pro Audio, Come Hither Design, and Suffolk Sound. Charities this year: Cancer Support Suffolk, Forget Me Not Golf, and Combat to Coffee. Capacity crowd in fine voice. Welcome to the DPS Tech Arena and welcome to this week's Life's a Pitch TV. I'm your host, Mark Murphy. Welcome. Wherever you're watching or listening, locally or around the world, you are most welcome. Don't forget, if you are watching on YouTube, hit the like button and please subscribe. You might think you're subscribed, but you may not be, so subscribe if you can. Hit that like button. It does help us no end with YouTube. Now, let me introduce you to the team. It's Life's a Pitch TV's very own Jane McDonald, back from a cruise in the Caribbean, Terry Butcher, Russell Osman, and getting us on air in the Sound 4 Pro Audio production suite on technicals, Richard Garrett. Leslie Dolphin is our studio manager. And we have a capacity crowd. Welcome to the Churchman stand, sponsored by John Keeble Cars. And the North stand, sponsored by Ashford Wright. Oh, do you have a nice cruise, Butch?
I did, and thanks for calling me Jane McDonald. That's one of the nicest things you ever said to me. Thank you. Yeah, had a great time. Suitably refreshed in many ways.
Lovely. You had good weather?
Yeah, very good weather. Yeah, you wouldn't notice it because I'm not that brown, but you know, you don't get sunburnt in the bar, do you?
We certainly don't get sunburnt here at the moment, that's for sure. You all right, Oz?
Not missed much, have you?
No.
I'm good, Mark. Thank you.
Good.
I've not been anywhere.
In your absence, you managed to claw back, so it's even Stevens in the Ask the Legends competition.
What do you mean managed to claw back? I was in front.
No, you dropped back. Russ went into a lead, and then he.
Not when I was here, that's for sure.
No, this all happened while you were off cruising.
What's been happening?
You've been away that long, mate. You know.
Come on, Jane, keep up.
What has been happening here?
It's all been happening.
I've had help from everybody over there.
Yeah, new top scorer on the Life's a Pitch and Putt. Scoey, 160 points.
And 6 balls.
Yep, 160.
That was some going. He should give up his day job, really. He has.
Lucky.
He has.
In theory, I suppose you could get 600 on that, could we? So it's still a long way to go, isn't there?
Theory,
if you can. Yeah.
Look, we can't talk. We got bugger all, don't we?
Well, maybe as we haven't got a guest this week, there's a chance for you to try and get off zero. Would you like that?
No. No.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm perfectly sure. Actually, it was nice to go away and not have the nightmare of seeing people putt on there. I know what it's like.
We have ironed it a little bit.
Have you ever? The ridges seem to be bigger.
Scoey found a good line, Russ, didn't he?
He did. Very good. He looked very comfortable over the ball.
Yeah.
I think Tony Pennock was helping him a little bit.
Bit of guidance.
Yeah. A lot of guidance, I think.
A bit of coaching from Tony from Seckford. Yeah. Anyway, it's great to have you back. And we'll start with Blackburn Rovers, 3-0, and then...
Predicted by who?
Was that you?
It was me. I was the only one here, mate. You know what I mean? You always go 3-1.
Yep.
Yeah, 3-0.
3-0.
I'll mention it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, what do you think of the performance?
I don't think it's very exciting. It was very handy to be gifted a goal very early on, a lone goal. And that was it. I mean, they weren't a great side, Blackburn. But it was a job, very well done, professional job, 3-0, thanks very much. You know, they can go back to Blackburn.
Yeah.
That was it, really.
Do you think it's now, like, not predictable, but it is, they just do a professional job now. They get the job done, don't they, now?
Yeah.
And by going in front, it helps enormously first, you know, going in front gives you a lot of confidence, and the other team have to come out a bit more and all that sort of thing. But it just seems they're in gear now, whereas they weren't at the start of the season, obviously.
Yeah, I was surprising. I mean, if you could have mentioned the next game, you know, the same against Bristol City. And again, I was talking to a couple of people down there last night, and I said, who's the best team that you've seen play this season? And unanimously, they were saying, well, I think it was Birmingham City in the opening game of the season up at Birmingham. And you just feel at the moment, teams are coming here, or even when we're playing them away from home, and we're like half a goal up before we even start the game. You know, I thought Bristol City were half a decent side. You know, they've turned up, not really threatened much at all, not really going to the stride. Blackburn were the same, never really got going, didn't threaten anything. I mean, they've not scored, they've not scored in 5 out of the last 6 games now, Blackburn. You know, and I think when they get to Portman Road, especially, because of you crowd, you really do put them off. You know, and I think they get into the environment of Portman Road and Ipswich Town Football Club, and because of there's a publicity of being in the Premier League or how well the club's doing at the moment, I really do think that, you know, you're halfway to getting results anyway.
Intimidating the players and their fans.
Oh, very much so. And I think no matter what the team talk is, and I think the managers are driving themselves mad by telling the defenders, look, whatever happens, you know, you got to watch Ipswich. They'll come in from the left-hand side and tuck it in the keeper's bottom left-hand corner. So watch that. You know, so we keep cutting in from the left-hand side and sticking it in the bottom corner. And Struber, I think he was saying after the Bristol City game, you know, we've got a great lad at right back. He's great in one-on-ones defensively, but even he got done. Like, you know, and he said it drives you mad when you do that. All that prep work, and tell everybody what to watch out for. But I think when they get onto Portman Road at the moment, they're all a bit shaky. My opinion.
Yeah, I think that's true, and I think that. They know we can score goals. We haven't scored as many goals as we did 2 years ago in the Championship, but you know, we've been very effective on both flanks. And for me, coming back, obviously, like Jay McDonald, she goes away a lot, so I wasn't go away a lot. So I came back, and then I saw Wes Burns on the right-hand side, and I thought, wow, you know, that's the answer. That makes it far more balanced now on the left, Illejean, and then Jack Clark, of course, and on the right, Egley before, but you've got Burns, and Burns he doesn't look as though he's lost any pace at all.
He's given us that
sharp
dynamic again down that side.
The ball over the top, you know, Connor Chaplin used to play those balls through, and Burns was off. And he seems now he's got his pace back as well, which is a really, really good thing for Town. He's coming back at the right time as well. So
like having a new signing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and he's got good options now. But I think he knows his team, his strongest team. There's probably Taylor or Kayust in midfield, Hurst or Azon up front, and I think there aren't that many other areas where he could really change things. So it's good to know, and they are, you know, not grinding out results, really impressively doing enough to win the game. You know, sometimes we don't get the second goal when we're in the front early enough, but look, some of the goals we've scored and some of the play that we've had and some of the chances. And what about that save we had last night against Bristol City? I mean, Mazon scored. He's going to score. He's a certainty because he's quite good for me.
He's coming into his own now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Mazon was good last night. He stayed on his feet more. I think he's got used to doing what he's got to do. You know, and he's got to put the shift in, and he's got to stay on his feet. He's got to link people into the game, and he put a shift in last night. You know, he worked very, very hard. He's good, decent.
But coming back to what you said about it being a fortress now, and it is in a very intimidating atmosphere, and it's fair play to the club and to the fans and the fans, because it's really more enjoyable now, because you know 9 times out of 10 we're going to win, and it just looks, when you look back on the Charlton game, you say, how the hell did they come here and play like that and win? Yeah. Charlton, look at where they are. But these things happen. We've had wobbles this season, but the wobbles seem to be less and less now, and less frequent. So
talk about wobbles. Still playing out from the back causes, heart in mouth, doesn't it? Almost every game there's a moment.
There's always going to be a moment, isn't there? You know, but the argument is that if we do it on 20 occasions, we might score a goal on 1 occasion. Likewise, you'd say, well, what about the 19 other occasions that we tried?
Straight to Matasiwa the other night, and
yeah, but they do it, and he will keep on doing it, and they will keep on doing it. You just hope that we keep getting away with it.
Okay.
And he's not going to change his way. You know,
Yeah,
I think at Blackburn he could have gone a little bit more direct and chopped stuff into Hurst up front, but you know, it wasn't going to happen.
But there are times when we do go direct as well. You know, the ball comes out to Furlong, and Furlong will play it up to Azon or to Hurst. As long as the ball's retained, then it's a good pass, and it's a good way of playing because your teams are coming in and. You know, but I look at the way that we go and press. We go and press really well and really strongly. And 9 times out of 10, they have to then kick it long. And with what we've got at the back and the height with Kipre and O'Shea, we've got players that can win the ball comfortably. The only thing for me is, can they direct the headers? I've got 3 headers virtually. Can they direct them to a blue shirt? A bit more. That would be nice.
And a word or two about Núñez, who I think has really cemented himself in the side, hasn't he?
He's a tidy player, isn't he? You know, and he's getting used to playing with the people around him. He's got good outlets now, not only in front of him, but, you know, to the left and the right. And you just have to put a shift in, don't you? You know, he knows there's competition for those places. Jack Clark, a couple of great goals last night, but Jack Clark can come in and play in the 10 role. I don't know how long we're going to be without Philogene.
Don't think the injury is quite as bad as they suspected, so hopefully not long.
But there's a lot of competition there now, you know, and if you want to stay in the side while they're winning, you know, and what is it, 5 straight wins, so you want to be part of that.
Yeah, the thing for me was seeing Núñez against Sam Morsey. That was very interesting. Sam got booked as well, which was usual thing.
Quelle surprise.
Yeah, it never changes, but it was lovely to see him back, and I'm so pleased he got a really good reception because he has been fantastic for us.
Yeah, but the crowd were great. They welcomed him. Yeah, fine, brilliant. Move on.
Yeah.
Bristol City. Bristol City. Quick bit of applause for Sam, and then Blue Army, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
And the goals have come from Clark and Philogene, really, haven't they? Pretty much.
Yeah, what are they, 10 apiece or something like that?
Yeah, 10 each now.
Yeah.
What about if we had a striker who knew where the back of the net is? Or do we have one?
Great question.
I could probably...
Not like you, Mark, but great question.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Jane.
I think we'd probably do with another option there at the moment. It's not giving us a goal return, but it's like Scully said last week, wasn't it? You know, because we play with what he was saying was inverted wingers that like to come in and play off the central striker. He's not getting on the end of crosses from people going down the outside. But if we're getting more out of Davis going down the left because we've got Wes Burns giving us a dynamic and an option down the right, then you might want the taller centre forward like George Hurst, and George Hurst might get more chances then, rather than people coming in and looking for 1-2s or setups. So it's a conundrum.
It's very difficult being a centre forward now in the modern game. I think when Man City played United last week, I think something in the first half, Haaland touched the ball 8 times. I mean, 8 times. I mean, in 45, 50 minutes, how long the time was. But that's ridiculous, really, for in football. You know, you're going to go out there and you're going to, you know, it's a good job you're not paid by touch, isn't it? In touch of a ball, you wouldn't get much money. But it is scandalous in a way that is the way the system plays now. And unfortunately, no one's going to really change that. And particularly with 2 strikers, no one's going to ever do that again. Although it does come around in circles. But, you know, I think it's a great question about do we need somebody else up there? You'd love to say we've got the money, so let's go and get the one. But it's very difficult in the January transfer window to actually pick one that's going to blend in with the squad. And I would presume they've got people lined up in case and whatever, because they must have different scenarios and everything else. But I'd love to see another striker because that would really add competition through the middle up there.
I mean, out of the potential that team and squad has got, where do you think they are percentage-wise at the moment? Are they
playing-wise?
Playing-wise, 60%, 70%?
Probably between that, yeah, 60, 70%.
So
there's a lot more to come. I think there's a lot more to come. I really do. And I think they can go out and bury teams, really, really bury teams. But that's probably one of the major faults in the team. And it's not a big fault, but it's probably major, is that we're not ruthless enough when we get the opportunities to score. And I think if we can do that, then we'll be out of sight. I can't see going out on a limb here, I can't see anybody beating us with the rest of the season. I really can't. The only team that's going to beat us is ourselves by not being up to scratch what they were early in the season when those wobbles were about. So, and I think that we can go there, and I think we can win it. I definitely think we can win it, because Coventry are they're not great. We've beaten them twice. We know that we can beat anybody else. And I can't see us not getting there. I really can't. It's obviously the Premier League, when we do get there, it's got a different kettle of fish. But I think it's well within their grasp now, and I think that they know that. And I think there's a sort of quiet confidence about it. They're not going mad and trumpet blaring and all that sort of thing. I think it's just right. Let's go again.
Just a little bit of improvement week by week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had that in '81 in a way, that we just kept on going. We sort of, as you say, about being half a goal up, we sort of felt like that when we walked out on the pitch alongside them. We felt we were superior to them, but we had to work our socks off to do that. And the boys are doing that now.
Yeah. We had that feeling if we went 1-0 down early on, it was like, okay, come on, lads, pull your fingers out now. Let's not messing about. And you were able just to drop another gear and find a way around. You weren't worried about going a goal down in those days.
No,
for some reason. We ever made a mistake.
And the way that they're playing them, they shouldn't be worried about if they do concede a goal, say a bad mistake or a miss hit or a ricochet or something like that. That can happen. But I still think there's a lot in there now that's very similar to us, where they can just go out there and go bang, 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 3-1. We'll win 3-1.
So up as champions, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Anybody else think that here? Yeah, Ross?
I'm starting to think that, because like we said last night, you ask people, you say, who's the best team that you've seen so far this season? And they're going, well, going all the way back to Birmingham.
It's not a good league, is it? There's not a...
It's difficult.
Well, yes, but it's not sort of exciting, is it? There's some teams that are a bit also ran, really.
Yeah, I think it's just... You just got to keep rolling your sleeves up and digging it out and doing your job. And some of it might not be pretty and it might not be entertaining at times, but you just forget that. It's a results-based industry, and all you need are the points on the board.
Yeah, it's not as exciting as 2 years ago, but it's the end justifies the means. So and when you change teams around all the time and different personnel coming in, you're never gonna hit the ground running all the time and be fluent and be a great team right from the word go. It is a marathon. It's a long race, and you've got to make sure you're there in the final straight.
Yeah, that's exactly what Joe McDonald would have said.
Yeah. In a song.
Yeah, you won't get the song here, I tell you.
We touched on it last week. We're in a great position, aren't we? We're right at the very, top of the championship almost, and yet there doesn't seem to be the excitement there was the last time we were going for promotion to the Premier League. I think, would you agree with that? It just, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's just we're used to it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
there just isn't that sort of excitement about it. I don't know why.
I think we said it last week, Mark, didn't we? People are trying to build relationships with your favourite players, and if you're a Jack Taylor fan, he starts one game, but he only comes on for 20 minutes for Tuesday in the next game, and you think, oh. And that's the same in one or two other positions. Jack Clark, he's playing 1 minute and you love him, you go down and watch him play, and he's on the bench. And you think, and I think there's a little bit of that about there. You're not seeing your favourite players play every game.
No, but the excitement isn't there. I mean, it was something new to us 2 years ago, wasn't it? Us winning games and being up there on a great run. And, there was a race with Leeds and Leicester as well. So it was one of those, and Southampton, of course. It was one of those that was very tight. We didn't we hoped we would do well. We didn't expect it, apart from you, Mark, because you foretold that.
Yeah.
But is that because we're not playing against clubs of the historical size of Leeds United and Leicester and Southampton? And instead of that, we're Middlesbrough, Hull, Preston, Millwall chasing us and stuff like that. It's strange. It's just strange,
there isn't that that excitement, and the teams. I mean, there's a lot.
Sheffield United
you
next
should have
game.
asked your pal the question: who's been the worst team here? Because he would have not a clue. Because virtually every team that's come here has been poor, apart from Charlton, of course. I keep mentioning that.
That was just a bizarre result, wasn't it? A bit like Norwich's last night. A bit bizarre.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened there.
No. I'd like to say it was good to see Norwich winning 5-0, but it certainly wasn't.
No.
We've got 30
No.
points now.
30 points, yeah.
Wow, blimey.
Yeah, well, you never know. Bubbles can burst.
Well, still going to go down, I think.
Like that canary, they can burst as well.
Oh yes, well and truly burst. So yeah, let's have a. Should we do a player of the week for the last couple of games? Should we do that? Who's played best over the last couple of games? Anyway, sponsored by GBS Builders. You can do Blackburn and Bristol separately, or you can do it together. Whatever you want. Look, I give you that choice. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
Well, I never saw the Blackburn game, so I've got no chance.
That's why I asked.
All right, good.
I would think you've got to go with whichever way you look at it. Jack Clark. I think there's no argument about that for last night against Bristol City. And then, he did well again against Blackburn. So I think his second goal last night was a very, very good finish. It just seemed a little bit off balance when it came to it, but it was a clever finish.
But you have to say, what a ball from Osman.
Yeah.
He's got into a great position. He can't score, but he's looking to pick out his teammates, and he's cut it back. So,
but 2 weeks ago, he'd have fallen down.
Yeah.
He stayed on his feet. He managed to scramble on his feet.
Yeah, but it was a great ball first time, and it was completely wrong-footed the keeper, and a very precise and good finish, like the first goal.
Yeah.
So Jack Clark for me comfortably in the game last night. But you have to say, Osman is really coming into a game as well.
I remember when he signed Charlie Woods, former coach at Town. Charlie,
he said
that Clark was the business, didn't he? And he's taken a long while to get going, but we can now see why that we brought him down from Sunderland.
He's a different player.
Yeah,
different player now.
He's learnt from last year as well when coming here. So it's the second year's easier in a way because he's settled down and settled in anyway.
Yeah.
But I think when he gets the ball on the left-hand side, his first thought is to run with it and create some space rather than take it inside and quickly onto his favoured foot. But when he gets it, he goes at people, and he can go left and he can go right. Yeah. And he's got great balance as well, and he can manoeuvre the ball very well. And then but then he gives it and then goes again. He's looking for it again. He's a very astute, very sharp player.
Well, we're always looking to take people out of the game, aren't we? That's why we encourage the press to play round people and take people out of the game by passing it around them. What Jack Clark can do, he can run past people and take them out of the game. So not only can he play 1-2s around them, he can just chop a shoulder, a little step over, and he takes somebody out there, which is brilliant. And he can do it whether he's wide or through the middle.
And he's always looking for a shot. He's always looking to get the shot away.
Don't blame him, do you?
So he plays it inside, and then he'll go again to get the second ball for a shot. He's looking for a shot. It's always at the back of his mind, or forefront of his mind, really, to say, right, I'm going to get an end result. I'm going to shoot here.
Confidence.
And create things. Yeah, his confidence is great. Yeah. I mean, Osman makes a great pass, he scores, and then runs completely away from Osman, but eventually has a thanks very much for that. I mean, his second thought. But he does that was the look opens on his ears and all that sort of thing. But I think he's just pushing his hair back as well. I don't think it's a great celebration, do you? Not at all.
Kipre's been good though, Mark.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
Very solid, and on the odd mistake here and there, but people say, well, maybe he's not quick enough on the turn to play in the Premier League. He's not slow. He's got decent feet, and always said, he's a good passer of the ball.
He's a good passer of the ball. He's been asked to step further up at times, edge of the opponent's box, but he can make a lovely little pass through.
Yeah,
he sees a good pass.
Feet.
And he's a beast as well. He's a strong boy.
And Matasiwa?
Yeah, well, the same again, really. He's strong, he breaks up, attacks quick.
He's got one of those jobs to do that you don't often, if you're not really into the game in the way that you two have been, you don't necessarily see what he does.
He's just the ball carrier, isn't he? And he's somebody that just breaks up the play, goes and wins the ball and gives it to the playmakers in the team. A little bit like Nobby Stiles and Alan Ball used to have to do in World Cup 1966. So I've told him, Bobby, Bally, you go and find the ball, you get hold of it, and then you give it to somebody that can play. In this case, Bobby Charlton. And Bally used to say, well, we used to run over, get the ball and bring it back to Bobby Charlton, and Bobby Charlton used to smash it again another 60 yards that way, and off him and Nobby would go again. And he said, and that was our job, just to go and get the ball, stop people playing and just provide the playmakers with the ball as often as possible. And Matasuwa does the job well.
The only thing is, don't give him the ball in front of our goal. Like Christian Walton pays him the pass, and he's facing his own goal, and he's under pressure. Well, that's when we don't look. We put our hands in our eyes, because he's made a few errors that way. But he'll still continue to do it. So he'll still not give the ball away, but he'll still continue to want the ball.
To take the ball, yeah.
Yeah, and he does. He's got a big heart as well. He puts his foot in. And he's
a 90-minute man, isn't he?
Steel, a bit of steel in
week
there.
out.
A bit of steel.
We have had a signing, Frank Runham on loan from Chelsea, young lad from Chelsea, hoping to come and make his mark here. One of the people going into the development squad. So we are still looking for younger players, people that that Kieran can work with and get more out of. Okay. One for the future, then, perhaps.
Yes, hope so.
Yeah, he looks like he might need a hairband as well. So he'd probably fit into Jack Clark's book straight away.
Perhaps they'll room together. Who knows? Liam Manning gone to Huddersfield.
Yes.
Managerial merry-go-round continues.
Very interested. I think it will do Mr. Humphries good to know that he's got a replacement manager in, and one that will probably know him very, very well. And I hope it does him good. I still think he's got to have an association with a club somewhere, Cameron Humphries, and you can't just keep going out on loan all the time. You need to create your own identity somewhere. But congratulations to Liam for getting the job.
I can't understand how he gets jobs.
I can't either.
No, I can't understand it. He must have a good CV at something, because he's been at teams, and I think he got Bristol City into the playoffs. Then they got hammered by Sheffield United.
Yeah.
But apart from that, what's he done? What's he done? I mean, he did a great job at Norwich, obviously.
Perfect.
Fantastic job up there. So that's probably why he got this job as well at Huddersfield.
Yeah, it could be the Man City connection.
It probably is. But I mean, it just astounds you sometimes when you look around and you say, well, he's had is this fourth or fifth club?
Yeah,
if you count the one out in Europe, and you sort of think, well, he's very lucky to get another chance, because we've been there and we didn't get that second or third chance or whatever.
Just go back to Cameron Humphries. Do you think he needs to go permanently to another club?
I do. I think he's got to create his own identity at a club somewhere, and it's been great for Ipswich Town Football Club, but his contribution to the first team has been limited, and I don't think that's great for his career path, really. I think it is. I don't know how old he is at the moment now, 22, something like that. I think he's got to get regular first team football.
He's got to create his own identity. Just on loan. I think. Yeah, I think that's the next step for him.
But with the cost of players these days to buy in, we need to be developing homegrown talent to fill some of these places, and it's kind of not really happening at the moment.
No, it's not.
No, well, you look at the number of players that we've bought over the last 3 seasons. Has there been anyone that we've pushed through? I mean, Wolfie from years and years ago, but apart from that, not a lot. So you don't have to produce your own. You can. There's so many good young players out there now that you can get a pinch or on loan, but.
I might be wrong, but
you still want it, don't you?
But your academy kids are now having to hang about till they're 21, 22 to get a sniff of first team football, and that's more or less at any level, really. They're not given the opportunity at 17, 18 anymore, like we were. They're having to stick around and, like I say, go on loan, playing the under-21s and play in front of nobody on a Monday afternoon, and try and keep yourself going that way. You don't see many young players now.
No, but there are at this moment in time. There's a few more now that have come through, like 15, 16, 17-year-olds that have played in first teams
Yeah.
in Premier League teams as well. You know, when it comes to cup games.
But it sticks out more now when you hear about it.
That's right, it does. But they're still producing them, and it's good to see that they are producing them, because what's the point of an academy if you're just going to buy players? You've got to produce younger players, and we all love to see younger players coming through, because we've been there and done that. So once you get the opportunity, you've got to take it. And it's just then up to the coaches, and particularly the head coach, the managers, to have the bottle to say, well, I'm going to play them because they're good enough, I'm going to play him. So, but that's very rare, isn't it? It's very
But are all
rare
the
now.
academy kids British, or are we
No.
bringing? No,
They're not.
we're bringing players in from abroad. So maybe we need to look a little bit deeper into the proper homegrown talent, rather than bringing in the talent from abroad, where everybody's trying to
Interesting.
fish in the same thing.
Ipswich Town women out of the Women's FA Cup. They've got a couple of new signings, so fingers crossed they'll be able to kick on and save themselves from relegation. Right now, chaps, it's time for this week's Ask the Legends.
Here we go.
Tony's here this week from Seckford Golf Club to ask the questions. And while you were away, Butch, all sorts of things happened. But at the moment, it stands Russell 19.5, you, Butch, 19.5. OK? So Scoey pulled you a point back last week.
So I was well behind then.
Yeah, you were well behind. Yeah, Roger let you down a bit. But
Well, I was about, when I left, I was about, what, a point and a half up or something like that?
something like that.
Something like that.
It's even Stevens now, and it could have been a lot worse while you were cruising.
It could have been, yeah.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
The substitutes were rubbish, Tel. They let you down big time.
Well, I didn't want to say, but there we are.
Anyway, I think it's you to go first, Terry. So home or away?
Away.
Okay, so how much snooker have you played? So the away
I'll go home. Can I go home?
The away question today is how many black balls are potted in a 1-4-7 break?
All of them. How many?
How many black balls are potted in a 1-4-7 break?
So a maximum break is 1-4-7.
Yeah.
You must have played snooker once in your life.
This silence works well on podcast and radio. So
I thought
talk
you might
amongst
have got
yourselves.
multiple choice here, Terry, but, you know, obviously rules have changed a bit.
No, I would go 16.
Correct.
Oh!
You're doing your maths there, weren't you?
I was
1, 2,
I
3,
could see
4,
it.
5, 6,
I
7,
was
8,
in the
9,
frame.
10,
I was like, yeah, there we
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. Welcome back.
21.5 points. Russell, to bring one back, it's going to be a home question.
A home question is on Ipswich Town legend Colin Harper. How many times did he play for the town? Was it 170 times, 180, or 210?
Colin Harper. Do you want to run through those figures again, Tony?
Yep, 170, 180, or 210. I think he scored 6 goals.
Oh, that helps, doesn't it?
One of my favourites. He was
170.
180.
Oh. So Terry into the lead, 21.5 to 19.5. Well done. Cruz has done you good.
Yes.
Yes.
And I didn't play
playing
snooker
snooker
either.
all week.
Didn't play
Yes.
snooker.
It's time now for our new game on the show. Well, it's not really a new game because we've been doing it all season, but it's time for Life's a Pitch and Putt, sponsored by Seckford Golf Club. No special guest this week, so I think it's only appropriate that we ask one of our sponsors of the show to take part in the golfing challenge. Dan from Come Here The Design's going to have a go. Yes. Come on, Dan, one of our great sponsors, responsible for all of our lovely graphics.
Dan's the man.
Dan, only 160 to beat. He's also responsible for the wonderful writing and the numbers. He sorted the scoreboard out last week. So you've got 6 balls to go, Dan. Couldn't do it without our great sponsors. 6 balls to see how many you can get.
Here we go.
Ball
First
number one. Oh,
I think you could hit a bit harder,
stonking
Dan.
hot hit.
Well, I wouldn't hit it that hard.
Number 2.
Oh,
no.
At the post for the 50.
You could be part of the exclusive club if it carries on this way.
Oh,
No, You can tell by the alls that we haven't got any scores yet.
None out of 3.
He's going low now,
how you
going for some
feel.
of the larger holes.
Oh!
Off both posts. 2 to go. Let's get you on that leaderboard somewhere. Oh, no. Last one to avoid being part of the 0 club. Oh,
nearly got
Dan.
100.
Give a
So
round of applause.
well done, Dan.
You joined some fantastic names on there. You know, Mark Murphy, Jason Dezelle, Terry Butcher, Fabio. You're up there with Fabio Wardley. Yeah. You know, some great names. Captain Canary.
Yes.
Can't see who else is on there. Oh, Richard Garrett's on there. Oh, yeah, he didn't score anything either, did he?
Zero. Captain Canary's got a smiley face. All the others have got.
Has he got nil?
Well, yeah, I know. We're obviously very pleased he got nil.
Yeah. He's well down the bottom, holding us all up. So, just to run through the scores then, Scoey 160, Alan Judge with 150, Wayne Brown 120, Leslie Dolphin and George Burley on 105, Sarah Jane with 100, Walkie, Russ, Sheepy, Mark Venus, Adam Tanner on 75, Tommy Smith with 50, Stuart Jarrod with 50, Andy Waldridge from the club, commercial director 30, Simon Milton 20, and we've already mentioned the strongest ones who are holding everybody else up with 0 points. But no, it's okay. It's not an easy thing to do.
It's impossible. Well, we found it impossible, Mark.
Yeah, it is rather tricky. No, he needs to go on, so we'll get Dan to put his name up there along with his own after the show. He's the man with the pen. So, Sheffield United next away. They were rubbish at the start of the season, weren't they? And it'll be a very different side, Butch, that we face on Saturday.
Oh, totally different. And better side as well, particularly at home. So, yeah, it's a tough place to go and get a result. But then so was Coventry as well, and look what happened there. So I think they can approach this game, Tam, with a lot of confidence, and I think that they'll do well there. I think that it'll be tight because they play in a certain way that is very demanding that you're concentrated, and you have to fight for the right to play, really, because I think it's going to be a tough physical game for them as well, for Ipswich as well. So yeah, but we'll still win. I think we've got the confidence to go up there and win, and just hopefully those wobbles have been banished forever. So we can do that by trying to get that first goal, and it's so vital getting the first goal, it really is.
And it has helped lately, hasn't it, as you said earlier?
Yeah, it's nice. It gives you a lot of confidence then, and like I say, teams have got to come out a bit more, but Sheffield United will come out firing, there's no doubt about that, because a lot of them will have played in the 5-0 defeat, and it really was a hammering. It could have been more. So I don't see a 5-0 happening, particularly for Sheffield United. No, definitely not. I think we're going to win 2-0.
Yeah, I'll go along with what Terry's saying there. I think the way we'll approach the game will be, just make sure we're tight and solid for the first 10, 20 minutes, but, the way we start the games at the moment, if somebody gives us half a chance, it's going to end up in the back of the net. And with the confidence booming as it is at the moment, we've got a lot of people who will be keen to be playing. They'll be trying their utmost to get in the starting 11. And again, it's going to be interesting to see what starting 11 he does put out. Is it Kajust's turn to start, or is it his turn to come on with 20 minutes left? So that's always a bit of an interesting situation to keep an eye on, because I think Jack Taylor's done really well in there. I like him. I think he's mobile, he's good. He's not quite as silky as Kajuste, but, at the end of the day, you've got to tick the boxes, and Jack Taylor does his work, and he nicks a goal now and again.
Do you think he's been the most improved player in the squad?
I think so, yeah. I think he's done really well. He's just doing his job now, and he'll get in the box. He's got a physical presence. He doesn't mind putting his foot in. He's not. I thought when he first got in the side, he could be a little bit reckless now and again with some of the challenges he made, but it seems a lot more composed.
I don't see anything wrong with that, to be honest. Being reckless.
You wouldn't, would you?
We were a few times. Reckless is a yellow card, not a red card.
Yeah. No, but it's good. I like
Extremely reckless is probably a red card.
Yeah.
When you see what he's doing, we don't know who's going to play. Does that play with the heads of the other opposing manager and coach?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Not having that
plays
kind
with
of who
everybody, so-
knows what he's going to put out.
I think by this time of the season, I think they'll have all the bases covered. There's so much information and so many analysts that you basically say, that's one side they can play, that's another option they can play, or they could do that. And what they'll do, they'll go through the whole lot and try and cover all the bases really now. Whereas we used to look at the opposition and they would play the same way week in, week out with the same personnel. Different kettle of fish now.
And we've got some amazing players to bring off the bench, haven't we? Which is what the difference is between us and a lot of the other teams.
Yeah, I was
absolutely.
surprised Casey McAteer got a few minutes the other night. 1 minute he's not on the bench, and it's this just keeping everybody involved again, isn't it? Trying to keep everybody not happy, but giving them some playing time.
Well, everybody's got a part to play, whether it be them, a regular or just coming on for the odd appearance. You've got to play your part and you've got to take your chance and you've got to help the team, and you don't want to let them down. But I think the way that we play is, it's a style, it's a system that the other team will know. They'll know the ins and outs and the qualities. It doesn't really matter who plays. It's just you've got to stop the machine sort of thing.
We play the same way. It's just different personnel, isn't it?
But then different personnel bring different things along to the party sort of thing. But it is very predictable now, and it's very predictable, the style and the technique and everything else. But we have players that can do brilliant things. We have players that can do different things. Can hit shots from distance, can go past people, can score. We have a lot of players that can do that. Very much influence the result of the game. So it's great. It's good to see, and we expect it a lot more now.
Yeah, long may that continue. Right, time for this week's On This Day in History.
Righty-ho, on this day in history, the 21st of January, this time we're going all the way back to 1956. Tom Gardner's scored a hat-trick as table-topping Ipswich thrashed Northampton Town 5-0 in front of 13,103 fans. Welsh international Billy Reid and Tommy Parker were the other scorers. Also on Saturday the 21st of January, this time 1989, Stoke City were thumped 5-1 at Portman Road as Sergei Baltacha, the first ever Soviet to play in English football, scored on his debut. The USSR sweeper, who won 46 caps for his country, was signed from Dynamo Kiev, but failed to settle at town due to constantly being played out of position. He left for St Johnstone after 30 appearances, and his daughter Elena represented Great Britain at Wimbledon. There you go.
Brilliant.
And that's all that happened on the 21st of Jan.
Fantastic. Thank you. Time for the Man v Fat results. The lads are still fighting their Christmas weight gain and only lost a very small amount as a group. However, we had a fantastic individual achievement as town fan Jose Simos gained his 35% weight loss certificate. I think Jose deserves a round of applause. He started his journey with us at over 20 stone and weighed in this week at 13 stone, which is a 7 stone weight loss, which is brilliant. You'll love this. The team name of the week is Borussia Moobs and Backfat. I mean, that's got to be the best so far, hasn't it? Borussia Moobs and Backfat.
That is class.
That's class.
Absolutely class.
This week's results: Leighton Oreos 8, RB Liposuction 9. Tough game between Not in Your Mum's Forest and Man Titty. Not in Your Mum's Forest 11, Man Titty 10.
Oh!
Zempiarkos 4, Ips Chips Town 12.
Yeah,
so
no
well done
problem.
the chips from Man v Fat Mark. Well, that's it pretty much for this week. Nice to have you back, Butch.
Thank you.
Would you like to give us a Jane McDonald review of your cruises or anything like that before you go?
No.
No? Okay.
I've not heard a Jane McDonald review of anything like that. So
Have you not?
No.
Do you not watch Channel 5?
No.
Or I saw she's over on.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't watch that. No. But apart from that, no. Not a
Okay.
great time.
I think that'll be a no then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we just say get well soon to Milts? Simon Milton, he's not been very well this week, so
okay.
Hopefully he'll get over that and get back to his normal ways.
Yeah,
soon.
Good stuff. He's a good lad, isn't he? Big friend of the show. So he's had his health problems in the last year or so, hasn't he? So
yeah, he's had one or two things,
Yeah.
but still travelling about. And
wish him all the best. Wish him all the best. Right, well, that's it. So good luck against Sheffield United. To those travelling fans, sing out loud as you always do. Have yourself a good week, boys. We'll see you next week. And I'll leave you with just 2 words, as always, and that's Blue Army! 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 This has been a Life's a Pitch TV production. Main sponsor, DPS Tech. Also supported by Lakens, all about hearing. Seckford Golf Club, Ashford Wright, John Keeble Cars, GBS Builders, Venue 16, The Hudson Group, Come Hither Design, Sound 4 Pro Audio, and Suffolk Sound. Our charities this year: Cancer Support Suffolk, Forget Me Not Golf, and Come Back to Coffee.